Hello everyone and welcome to another interview on the Mason Aaron Racing Videos page. Want to give another quick shout out to the sponsor Cramlick DD Meats out of Medina, North Dakota, specializing in meat and sausage processing, but they can handle all sorts of food needs beyond just the meat department. They have a full-on bakery, convenience store, grocery store, even a floral shop. So many things that they offer at Cramlick DD Meats. If you are traveling between Bismarck and Jamestown on I-94, they're just into Medina, just a mile into town, and you can stop on in if you need a little bit of a break or if you want some of their sweet baked goods. Head on in, talk to Joe, Melinda, and the whole crew. They do an excellent job. Great supporters of dirt track racing as well. And so I want to thank them once again for the support. You can go follow them on Facebook at Cramlick DD Meats and see what kind of specials they can cook up for you. Well, hey, race fans, welcome to another interview on the Mason Aaron Racing Videos page. We are going over to Minnesota to talk with one of the pure stock drivers down in the Montevideo and Madison area, Mr. Tad Peterson, number 45. Tad, how are you doing this evening?
Good, how are you?
I am doing great, getting ready for race season. Like we were talking off camera, we're running out of days and weeks, and the list is still about 8 miles long. It's so chipping away at it.
Yeah, that's all you can do.
Yeah, I'm sure for you as a racer, it's probably 8 miles long too, and you're kind of just waiting and kind of piecing things together.
Kind of, yeah. It's not much from last year, but there's a list. So
I was gonna say, how did you have you done any work to your race cars since the season ended, or is it kind of just winterize and just let it sit for a little while?
I pulled a motor and tranny, and that's about it. So
Okay.
the tranny's at the shop, and the motor's at the engine builder, getting refreshing, and that's about all I'm going to do to it. And fix a couple parts and leave the body the same as it's been, and all that. So not much.
Well, hey, it's nice to kind of have like a good little game plan instead of like trying to like do a wholesale change like with get a new car or chassis. I'm sure that's like a whole another level of trying to get everything all prepared and set to go.
Been there, done that. Kind of winding down, so just putting newer parts on and kind of leaving things the way they are. And it worked at the end of the year, so we're just gonna leave and have fun this year with it.
Good deal. Well, I've known you for the last several years, ventured down to your neck of the woods many times, but for the people that don't know you, give us a rundown of your racing career up to this point, or even how you even got started in racing.
Well, so I've been around racing my whole life. So my dad took me when I was a little kid. My dad and my stepdad took me over to Monty and Madison all the time. My cousin Dale Mooney ran the Monty Fiesta City Speedway. My brother Jeremy and my brother Josh both raced. And then my nephew-in-law Mike Jans and my nephew Alex races. So we've kind of been around it. I've helped Mike out for a couple of years, and then Jeremy, and bouncing back and forth between those two. Got a Hornet of all things with my buddy Scotty, Noah, and all them, and went to Wilmer and raced for a year, and kind of didn't like driving to Wilmer every Thursday night and getting home at 2 in the morning. So got my stepbrother Jeremy asked me if I wanted to get in a pure stock with them, and that's been 9 years ago, and haven't looked back, I guess, when you want to say it. So, and now
Nice.
time's getting there to kind of calm down. Kids are getting older, so yeah.
Makes sense. I knew that you were related to the Grinoggers. I guess I didn't realize that you like a lot of you were kind of related too. Like Mike Jans you mentioned, I didn't realize you were related to him.
So if you actually look at mine, Alex, and Jason Best, they all, and I think there might be one more, I can't remember. We all got Jan's Race Shop on our cars. So my car, Alex sat out there until he moved away, but my car sits out there. Jason Best, that drives the pure stock, comes and helps out once in a while out there. I mean, he helps me out a lot. But we all got Jan's Race Shop. Yeah, Mike's wife is my niece, step niece, kind of. So yeah, that's the whole Jan's Race Shop and family tree kind of going on there.
Well, now it makes sense why you all park next to each other wherever you guys go, and I'm sure it's very helpful on certain race nights when things get a little chaotic.
Yeah, Mike and Jeremy and all the Grenagher guys, they've helped me out a lot on the whole car, and Mike sets my car up. I can't tell you what like scaling it or stuff like that. I've never got into the numbers, so Mike's helped me out a lot there. Jeremy helped me get into the car, and Alex helped me out. I helped Alex out. We just, yeah, it's been fun with them.
So the one thing I think about with Jan's race shop, I don't know if it was a year or two ago, I just think of the whole tractor and the tree bit. Is that one of the main services that the Jan's race shop offers, is like chassis or frame rack work?
I guess so back in the day they would hook up, I don't know if Mike tweaked a frame or somebody they knew, they hook up a tractor to the tree and a chain to the car and pull it that way, straighten out the front end a little bit. And one day I bet my car, and Mike figured out the combine would work easier. So they've had a tractor hooked up to one side and the combine, and they did something. I've never been out there when they've done it. And I read when we did my stepbrother Josh Memorial race, me and Alex both wrecked the first night in Wilmer the first year, and I bent the car. I ended up going to work, and the next thing I know, Mike was texting me pictures of the car hooked up and him straightening it and fixing my car for me so I could go race the next night to the tour. So the whole frame rack, Dan's frame rack, I don't question it. It's worked and it's been good to me. So
There you go. I mean, you got to make do with what you got. And if you have a method that works and fixes things up, then if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
and I guess him and Larry do it, and Mike eyeballs it or Larry eyeballs it, and it's good. That's enough, and they stop, and then they just do the rest. So,
yeah, it's best to leave it up to the experts when it comes to that stuff.
And it's happened a couple times. I think maybe like 3 or 4 times. I mean, it happens.
Yeah. Hey, racing happens, incidents happen. It's a nature of the beast. There's gonna be some chaos at the racetrack sometimes, and then other nights it's gonna be like, all right, looks like we just have to blow some dirt off and head on to the next race.
Yep, and those are the good nights.
Yeah, when you don't have to do any extra work and you can just sit back and enjoy some beverages after the races, that's always a good night for sure.
Yep.
When you mentioned, so you're close with Mike Jans, and you mentioned you have a son growing up. I'm curious because I know Mike has kind of taken a little bit of a step back from racing as much as he used to. And you have a son. Has he also expressed interest in racing as of late?
My son will be 5 on Monday, so he hasn't really. But my daughter, she's 14-ish. She really wants to do it, but she's with sports and stuff like that. We've talked about it here and there, but I haven't decided yet to do it. So I don't know. It might be in the books of her doing it once or twice maybe this year. I have a friend that has a car that maybe will let her drive it, a Hornet, just to see what happens. But I have to talk to Mom first about that.
Yeah, you got to get a full approval, I'm sure, before you can let her go fully. I'm sure, but that's exciting that she's got an interest in it. That's really cool.
Yep, she's been. Let's see, she's been with me. Like the first year of me driving my pure stock, she was there to watch in the stands, but she's been in the garage with me. She's changed my tires. She's mounted tires. She's been on the shop a lot with me, down the pits. She's down the pits a lot with me now and helps me out. She cools it down. She'll change a tire or grab a tire or tool. So, I mean, she's been around it enough. So, but we'll see what happens. Sports and school. So,
well, and I suppose being from a small town, I'm sure kids are involved in any sport and any activity they can possibly get involved with.
Yeah, she's in basketball, volleyball. She's going to do trap shooting this year, softball, JO volleyball if they have it. Maybe a traveling softball league this summer. So she keeps me and the wife pretty busy of chasing around for these things. So.
Well, yeah, no shortage of activities to take part in with racing is almost kind of on the side in some instances. Because I know some weeks, so typically I see you down in Montevideo. That's like the main place I see you. And then Madison almost every week. Kind of depends on the week. How does your weekly schedule kind of line up for racing at those tracks?
So, kind of, we were gonna try to do when I first started the pure stock thing. We were gonna do it every night, like Friday, Saturday, go, go, go. Second year, just kind of, you know, let's go do something Saturday night. Let's go race on Friday, and then we got the whole weekend to go do something. So it's basically been that way until we don't have anything going on. Then I'm like, I'm going to Madison. So it's usually Friday nights, but I'll try to sneak over to Madison a total of probably 10 times a year just to do it. If we have nothing going on, I'll go. But usually we got stuff going on. So Friday nights is my night to go race and hang out with the whole family. And now, we've kind of snuck away and go watch go-kart racing with Mike's son, Miles, up in Atwater. They're racing. We'll try to sneak up there once in a while, go watch. So try to sport him some, and why he sports us on Friday nights, we go sport him on Saturday. So.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so last couple of summers, it seems like I've been getting more requests to kind of come out to some of those go-kart races, which they're fun. It's definitely cool to see like the future of racing in particular. But then I'm like kind of torn. I'm like, gosh, it's the more requests I get, it's like, dang, I have to start choosing between go-kart racing and then like the big track racing.
Yeah, I don't mind the go-kart racing, but it just gets long for the day. Like you're there at like 2 o'clock to watch, or like I've talked to some people, like my buddy Noah's kid goes, and they're there early, and it's like late when they get done. And it's just like, oh, I don't know about this stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, at least with like a normal race night at Montevideo or Madison or wherever you go, it's kind of just constricted down to just the evening, and then typically you have the rest of the day. Or if you're like me, I stroll in like 5 minutes before race time if I'm lucky, and then head out right after the night's done.
We're used to seeing you coming in late, so.
Yeah. This last year especially. This last year it was chaos to try to get to anywhere on time. Hopefully that's different this year. New job, more flexibility, and things will be a little bit easier to kind of get to the track.
That's good. So.
Yeah. So you mentioned that you're not much changing for your race car this year. What's been about the pure stocks that you've loved to stay in that class as long as you have?
I don't know. It's just, people always said it was beginner's class, but it's really not. I mean, for me, it was cheap. Moving up was never really in the budget because it's, you got family, you got a house, just money can go somewhere else, like new AC or fixing up the house. But I've always made the whole pure stock thing work with used parts. I've thrown a couple new parts on, and I made things just work. I do a lot myself, like fixing things like the rear control arm bushings. I'll put a new one in myself, and I paint my bodies. I make my bodies, or my boss did for me. It's been stuff like that, like just things I can make it cheaper to do because spending the money is not worth it. Like, not worth it. Not there kind of thing for me. Like I said, I have a wife and 2 kids, and that money can go for their future or towards the house or something like that. This is just a hobby. Like, if I can make it cheap on me, I'll do it.
Mm-hmm.
So,
well, I understand that too, because a lot of times, I'll go in, especially going into this year, like I'm not really getting anything like upgraded on my end for like video stuff, because I always feel like I could get more out of what I have, and so it's kind of fun to try to see what more you can do, or if you can kind of change things up, like how I maybe record or things like that. And I'm sure racers are the same. Like, how can I get the most out of the stuff I have and not have to spend an arm and a leg to do it?
Right. And like, I'm the guy that, like I've known, I got the Albertsons around, all these guys. And like when Ben quit, I went over there and he had a bunch of rims that were bent up that could be strained. I picked them up, and I still run some of those rims, like sit there in the shop and strain them out, or, like lower control arms. I found some in a guy's scrap pile and they weren't bent. He was just throwing them away. I redid them and put them on the car, stuff like that. Like, I don't know, I guess I'll spend the money where it needs to be spent, but other parts I'm not spending the money on.
Yeah.
And so I made it. I've made it work this long, and I'm not changing it.
Hey, I don't blame you there. You're like, if you can save money in one area and then use it for another, more power to you. I'm the same way. I try to like be as frugal as I can be in certain instances because yeah, there's gonna be situations where it's like, okay, we may have to spend a little bit more money in this area just to kind of make things work the way they should.
Right. And like for me, I don't, I see people selling tires on Facebook. I don't buy tires. We're supposed to run used tires. I don't buy tires. It's what are you gonna do with that tire? You're throwing it? I'll take it, and run it for a couple nights, and then I'll get rid of it. And I mean, I've been lucky. Eric Riley's helped me out. Mike Jans, a bunch of mod guys. Matt Gilbertson used to give me tires all the time, and they were like brand new. He's ran them one night, and he's like, "Oh, here you go." Stuff like sitting in his garage, and he wants to clean it out. So I still got a stack of them just because.
Perfect.
Yeah. So I'm a hoarder.
Hey, it's all right to be that because you're gonna be the one guy that people go to. It's like, well, Tad probably has this on hand because it'll come in handy at some point.
It's actually happened a couple times with some people. My buddy Jason Best, he is one of the guys. He'll come in if he needs something, or Albertsons, or Ian Jaden. I mean, usually if I have it, somebody needs it, I'm like, hey, grab this. Ian was having a problem last year here with his shocks, and we were talking, and Madtown Showdown, I told him run out to the shop and grab my backup shocks, and he did, and he loved them. So now he's getting a set made just like it, kind of thing. Brand new set of shocks built because he's never had shocks. So I'm like, I'd rather help somebody out with stuff too, just because if I have it and it's a spare, I'll help you out.
Well, that seems like one really good thing about especially the pure stock class, and of course, like street stocks, I think are pretty similar too. It's like you all work together to kind of get each other out on the track and make sure you guys can stay out on the track because the more you out there, the more fun it is.
Oh yeah, like last year, Jesse Tim hit me by accident, like just one of those things. He slid up, bent an upper. He didn't have one. I was talking to him, and I'm like, "What, you need anything?" All I had was a little door damage and whatever. And he's like, "Well, I need an upper." I went over in my trailer, found it, threw it out, gave it to him, and I'm like, "Just give it back when you're done." Like, I'd rather see you on the track than sit here because it's not helping our class out if you're just sitting in the pit. It's broken. So.
Yep. Yeah, absolutely. You gotta help each other out, even then, because everyone makes mistakes.
Yep.
We don't expect to be perfect on every single lap. And funny enough, I always think about I think it was either one of the first or second banquets I went to down at Fiesta. You got an award for facing the wrong direction or something like that.
Yeah, I went through a rough space thing of spinning out all the time, and it kind of happens, and it became a big joke between all of us in the shop and the whole crew in the back, and then it just kind of escalated out. And that sign is actually hanging up in my garage. But
Yeah.
I mean, so the best part is I'd spin out, start dead last, and still end up top 5 by the end of the night. Don't know why, but
Well, and hey, you could probably give grief to everyone because I feel like I've seen like everyone at some point over the last year or two spin out multiple times throughout the year, and it's just like you think you got it going on, and then on the next corner just whoop.
Well, the funny thing is Mike, we were sitting in the shop one night, and after I wrecked one of the cars, and built this new one, he told me if I spin out, I have to go start in the back of the pack. Doesn't matter what. The next week, I'd have to go start all the way in the back. I couldn't take my draw or nothing. So I don't know if he's still holding me to that, but it hasn't happened. Knock on wood. Oh.
Interesting. Well, that's something to kind of keep an eye on. Well, maybe I'll know next time if I show up to the track and you're starting in the back. I'm like, well, that wasn't where he drew. I'm like, oh, I wonder what happened the week before.
So, but no, it's been fun with those guys. So.
Oh yeah, you got to keep it fun through all the ups and downs of racing for sure.
Yep. So.
Well, so I see couple of trophies in the background. Do you have any specific memories that stick out, or any big wins in your career thus far that really mean a lot to you?
So those two are about actually, I'm missing one. I'm missing my Madison one. I think that's up in my daughter's room. The purple one is actually the first trophy I won, and that's my first year, and it's like a couple months after my dad passed. And the second one over there is another Fiesta City one, and that's the one after Josh passed. So, and then I have the one from Madison. Actually, you recorded, and that's how we started talking.
Oh,
Was
okay.
it COVID, and it was the race between me and my brother Josh, and I beat him by like that much. And I actually messaged you about that because that was like the best video I ever watched, and I still watch it. But yeah, so and usually I just give them away to kids. I'd rather see them enjoy it. I gave one to a kid from Dawson here. He hung out with my wife's sister. She was was her nephew or something like that. And he kept looking at it. He was just little, so I gave it to him, and he went home and slept with it for 2 nights. That was the coolest thing. I'm like, if I can make a kid happy and just give him trophies, I'm fine with it.
Yeah, because you probably made a race fan for life, and who knows, maybe a future race car driver.
Yep. So I mean, they just sit in my office here or whatever you want to call this room, collecting dust. So if a kid can enjoy it, I'd rather give it to them because I'm not going to do it. They're just going to sit in here and do nothing. I mean, my Ty Hagen gave my son one. He was happier than heck that night. Like, he was handing out trophies, Madison, and Ty Hagen gave him a trophy. He comes running over, Dad, look what I got. And then Landon gave him one last year after he beat me, and Dad, I got a trophy and you did it. So
It's all about making the kids happy and making them
yeah.
want to come back. That's the big thing
Yep.
nowadays.
So I mean, that's the way I see it. If the kids aren't there, there's not a sport there because they're the
Right.
next generation. So
Yeah, and it seems like, especially with the pure stocks, it seems like a lot of the younger drivers are kind of getting their feet wet in there. They're competitive right out of the gate. I know you race against them on a weekly basis, and now they're starting to trickle into other divisions. Are you getting any insight on any new drivers coming into the pure stocks this year at all?
I've heard of one, two, three. I don't know how many are going to come to Monty Madison, but I know there's a couple ones going to Wilbur. I know there's at least one coming to Monty, and there's a couple I've heard, but I don't know. My thing is, I don't believe anything I hear until the first night or test and tune because this person's going to have a car and they never show up, or like when Sophie never even heard of her, never even knew that she was buying a car or nothing, showed up to test tune, and we're all like, "Who's that?" Now she's one of my good friends. But so it's just stuff like that. I don't know who has a car until I know like Schultz sold theirs, Landon sold his. So but I've heard of rumors, a couple, but like I said, you don't know until the first night.
Well, and it seems like so we're in the beginning of March now, and it seems like it's been very quiet on like new drivers or people getting ready for their seasons. Kind of just everyone's kind of like laying in the weeds a little bit more than normal, or could be because I haven't really been on social media all that much too. But either way, it's been quieter.
Right. I guess I don't know. I've heard, I've seen one person post it that they got a pure stock, and his daughter used to race a Hornet and Wilmer. I can't remember their names, but her dad got one, and he posted something, and I don't know. I haven't heard of anybody else really posting anything, and I guess I don't know. I'm more of a Facebook's kind of gotten lame. I've been on TikTok, so
Oddly enough, that is like I have TikTok, but I'm very rarely on it. Ironically.
I don't know. I guess I go through Facebook and go through Facebook Marketplace really bad. I have an addiction to that, and it's laying in bed and the wife's like, shut that off, kind of thing. But I haven't seen anybody really post anything, not even on Snapchat. So
Yeah, maybe it'll be like at the end of the month and then beginning of April, all of a sudden it's just like a flood of like racing pictures. Like, oh gosh, we're getting serious now.
right, I should probably go work on my stuff. But
Believe me,
no,
you're probably not the only one in that boat right now. I know I just talked with a guy this weekend. He was in town for an archery tournament. He's like, yeah, I went to race the car and honestly, I haven't touched it since October. I'm like, fair enough.
fair enough. I know, like I said, my buddy Jason, I talked to him. I don't know. I call him just even random questions, and probably 3 times a week or so. And his car's sitting in storage, and he's working on all of our stuff. So,
Well, sometimes you just got to get the people that like just love working on cars and working on people's stuff. Just let them go to town. It's like, all right, you go ahead.
yep, and that's the way I do. I mean, he's been really good to me, and I can't thank him enough for all the stuff he's done for me. And I just go, here you go, Jason. See you later.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks, buddy. Here's some money.
Yeah, there you go. Everybody helping each other out.
You know, no.
Well, I'm curious. So, since you only like the pure stocks only get to race at a few tracks around your area, they're unsanctioned. I'm curious from your standpoint, is there a track that you'd love to race at if you ever got the chance to?
I'd like to go. Actually, there's a couple. I've raced one. I raced Ogilvy in a Hornet, but I'd love to go back to Ogilvy in a pure stock. Or I-94, Fergus. Or I've been out to watch the Little Dream with Mike. I'd like to actually go race a pure stock out there.
Okay.
There's a couple tracks. I mean, Watertown. I mean, it's just been tracks I've gone to where it's like, it'd be fun to go take the car out there and go try it, just see what we could do. You know, they had them in Canby a couple times. I never got the opportunity to go race over there with it. So, race my cruiser over there, if you remember those.
I've heard stories about them, but I've never seen them.
So, you talked to Scotty a couple times, right?
Yep.
About the days he drove a cruiser with me.
Oh boy.
We went over to Canby one night, and we had like a Dodge Omni we built ourselves. Some guy put a roll cage in for us. We were going on the back stretch, and we got turned sideways. Like, we literally took the green flag, and we were going the back stretch, and we turned sideways and rolled. Like, just tipped it over on the lid. All of a sudden, I'm like, Scotty, you okay? He's like, I'm bleeding. I don't know how, but somehow he cut his lip. And he just told me he was bleeding, so I started panicking. I unbuckled. We were like, I think I was 11th grade. He was a senior. Like, you know, like something happened to him. So we flipped the car back over, and he cut his lip. But the best part was his mom running across the track, screaming up, Scotty! I think she was saying, my baby boy!
Well, I definitely will have to ask him about that, or I'm sure he'll be watching this and he'll be like, oh gosh.
Sorry, Scotty, but that was the best time in the cruisers. But yeah, because he controlled the gas and I had the steering wheel and brake, and I don't know what happened. We just turned, I don't know if we got hit or something broke, but it just went whoop.
I say, at least it wasn't a nasty rollover. It's kind of just like, all right, well, we're upside down. What the heck? I'm bleeding. Okay, well, I guess it got serious.
But no, it was all fun back then.
Those would be fun to see how they would like go nowadays. Because I've been in a car where I've seen a car with like multiple people in it, but like nowadays I feel like it'd just be way more fun and chaotic.
Oh, so Fiesta had them. I think Madison had them. Watertown and Canby. I think all 4 tracks had them. I don't know how many. I was young when they actually first came out. And Monty was long, and those guys, they had 6 and 4 cylinders, and those guys would pick up some speed and like barrel roll off of turn number 1 before they had the guardrail up there and just go flying and rolling. It's like, Jesus. Yeah, I think now they'd probably even get even faster.
Oh yeah, they be pushing the limits, I'm sure. And yeah, I just makes me think of like the minivan races we used to have back home in Minot. Like the first year it was fun and chaotic, and then they got faster and faster, and then the wrecks started getting worse and worse. It's like, all right.
Right. I think that's kind of what happened with these things. They're like, oh, it's kind of slowing down. And then they're like, oh, we'll just have a passenger and somebody can run the gas and brake, and then it just died down, and everybody's like, nah.
Understandable. Well, maybe they might make a comeback. I mean, we have Crown Vics making a comeback, so you never know.
Are they?
Well,
I'm sorry for the Crown Vic people. I've watched them once, and I mean, they could go fast, but
I'm indifferent.
I I was that way about Hornets, and everybody watches them and records them because they do put out a good show here and there. It You don't know who's going to crash. I hate to say it, but you don't know what's going to happen. Like, I mean, the only time I've seen them is in Monty, and it wasn't that. It might get better. Don't get me wrong, but it wasn't that great to me to watch. Like, I'm not bragging on. Heck, I might even build one if they ever come around.
Well, Monty's a big track too. I feel like on a smaller track they'd put on a better show. The Crown Vics, especially.
Yeah, like if they went out to Watertown, I might go out there and watch it just to see how fast they are compared to Monty, because Granite City is a lot smaller than Monty, right?
Yeah.
So on a smaller track, they might put on a better show, but like Monty, they just got spread out, and it was kind of like watching Shane Sabraski out there racing me. It was like, oh, there's the leader. Where's everybody else?
Yeah. Yeah, because Monty's a big track. I always forget how big it is until I go there, and it's like, whew. And you guys can put up some good speeds, especially even in the pure stocks.
Were you there before they shortened it?
No, I was never there.
That was fun.
Yeah, I heard it was like, because it was like, what, just under a half mile?
Yeah, something like that, yeah. I wish they never shortened it. I wish they would have just left it, but that's me.
That's why I love going to Viking, because you don't get half miles every day, and I just love going there for the speed.
You know what? Viking's probably like an hour or so away from me. I've been there once in my life. I don't travel out of my 3 tracks, I guess. I barely go to Wilmer because I went there for a year straight and didn't get home till 2 o'clock in the morning because, you got to go Taco Bell after races.
Oh. Good old Taco Bell. I've never been a Taco Bell fan. I usually end up going to Taco John's or McDonald's if it's open that late.
Well, so back then it was 2016. We had Justin Burkus, Scotty Ireland, Noah Nelson, me, Jake Yahoos. There was 5 or 6 of us. And we got done at a decent time. We're like, oh, let's all go to Taco Bell. And I don't know if you've ever been to Taco Bell in Wilmer, but the parking lot's small. Now try to put 5 race cars in there with trucks and trailers. We packed that parking lot. And the guy's like, you guys really can't park there. And we're like, who else is going to come in? But that was our thing. Every Thursday night is going to Taco Bell.
I can see why you got home late.
Yeah. So.
Hey, those are the good bonding racing stories that make racing fun, though.
Right? I could go on and on and on about stories.
Yeah, I definitely want to hear more stories as I get to know you more over the next over the summer and over the next few years. I always listen to you when you're on Scotty's show, and the stories there are fun too.
That's just a bunch of guys just hanging out. It's us picking on Scotty, but picking on me, Dusto, and Noah. We've been buddies since high school, so it's easy to go on his show and just pick on him and pick on all 3 of them.
Mm-hmm.
So, but then they do it back, and it's just 4 guys that like racing.
Yep.
So.
And so you get some good fun discussions. You get to talk about like the up and coming racers and the issues in today's racing, and it's kind of fun to just bounce ideas back and forth, see how we can make the sport better.
The youth movement.
Yeah, the youth movement especially. Gosh, yeah, seeing guys like Landon and Colston, and now we have I think is it Ashton or
Ashton, I think, and then Fester,
Jaden, yeah.
I've heard a rumor there's a couple other go-kart guys that have cars already. Like I said, I don't know, but there's rumors. Somebody kind of let something slip out, but
there's gonna be some up and coming youth racers. You got to keep an eye out for them because they're fast and quick.
Yeah, well, I'm old and slow now, I guess.
Nah, I think you'll break into Victory Lane again this year.
I hope so. It's been 5 years since I've been there.
Oh, really? 5 years?
Yeah. Mike and Jason keep reminding me. It's been 5 years since I parked her in Victory Lane, or 4, something like that.
Okay. Well,
Jason,
make sure you wait until I'm there.
better be there the first night.
I actually might be at Monty the opening night. We'll see. As long as the weather holds, that might be in the cards.
Maybe we can put the GoPro back in. I'll actually sing a song in there this time instead of not doing anything.
Yeah, I should figure out how to get a better mic set up so that way I can hook you up and
We'll
hear
just
your
put
lyrics.
You gotta figure out what Flick is doing to have it in his, like, how he has a camera in his visor or whatever, so you could just hear the commentary going on in people's cars.
Oh man, yeah, that is a good reminder because I definitely want to ask him about that because some of the videos that he posted this last summer were just great.
I know.
Oh man.
Flick.
I got to finish another project for him, so before I ask him about that, I got to finish the other project for him.
Don't worry, I had a project for him. I got it done. So I painted his body for him. So
Okay.
So I got that done before you.
Well, believe me, the stuff I've been working on has been months in the making too. So just need to hunker down and finish it off because it's almost ready for him. So before I let you go, I want to give you an opportunity to list off your sponsors, any other crew members that you maybe haven't even mentioned, or anyone that's part of your racing program.
I gotta grab a picture really quick because I'm part of all about sponsors. Give me a second.
That's all good.
Well, thanks to AOK for doing a good job on pictures. First off, I'd like to thank my pit crew. I mean, there's not many of us, but there's Mike, Larry, Jason, Alex, Arlen, Albertson crew, Dale Waji helps out in the pits. I mean, all you guys, thank you. I mean, if it wasn't for you guys, sometimes I wouldn't be doing this. And my sponsors, very big thanks, because if it wasn't for them, there wouldn't be a race car. GMS, Jervy's Metal Solution in Montevideo, DJ Planners and Sales, Debbie Anderson Insurance, Lean Lumber of Boyd and Madison Bottling, Michelob Ultra or Michelob Light, Fastenal, Bud's One Stop, Nate Martinson Seeds, Drew Electric, Fast Threads, Jan's Race Shop, Dirt Talk with Scotty, Lac Power Co-op Credit and Dawson, Best Performance, Schultz Farms of Dawson, Schmidt Construction, and Hatch Excavating. And my wife and kids for putting up with me all summer long.
Got a lot of people and folks behind you.
I do, and I can't thank them enough. Oh, and AOK Photography. And I can't thank them enough for all they do for me, because sometimes if it wasn't for them, I wouldn't be doing this, because this is just a hobby to me, but they make it happen sometimes. So, and thank you for always recording the videos, and that I watch them on lunchtime when I get bored and all the time. And I've shown my daughter your YouTube page, and she's on it and watching them. So, but no, Mason, you do a great job. Thank you very much for what you do for the racing community, actually, for all the stuff you do. I know we're going on here, but I talked to my boss, Derby used to race, and I was showing him a couple videos you've had with Monty of the pure stocks, or, you know, of the racing, and he's like, God, I wish there was a guy like this around. When I was racing, they had the VHS tapes. That guy would come and record the race and then sell them the next week. And he's like, I don't have any of my racing. He has got some videos, but he's like, I have to have a VHS tape player, and I can't go on YouTube and look up Jervy Racing. So thank you for what you do. I mean, really, thank you. Just, it's awesome.
Happy to do it. And I have fun doing it. It's a nice little escape for me. Well, especially last year. This year, it's going to be a lot of fun and get to travel a little bit more, I think. So it's going to be a good year.
Yeah, nice. It's fun to see you around. I love it when you come around.
Sometimes I try to plan things out so I let people know I'm coming, and then other times I'm like, well, we'll just show up.
What's going to happen?
Yeah, we won't. There was, I think there was one night that rained out, I think in August or something like that. It was like I was within about 15 miles of Monty, and I turned around because I saw the clouds rolling in. I'm like, nope.
We were probably all at the track, and I think, yeah, it probably wouldn't shock me. Well, the nice thing is I work at Monty, so I could see what the weather's doing there all day long. And I come home, I grab the wife and kids in the car, and we'll go up the track. And my wife's like, "Oh, it's raining in Dawson." Not here. Oh.
Yeah. Well, that night I made the correct call because it ended up absolutely downpouring during like the street stock heats, and I'm like, yeah, I made the right call.
Me and Mike were parked in the and Jason, and I don't think there was a couple other people. We actually parked over in the movie parking lot because they're like, "Oh, we're just postponing. We might do it." And then all of a sudden it was like, "Yeah, no, time to go home."
No, but yeah, based on the way the clouds were looking, and I'm like, yeah, no, we're just gonna get a head start back to Fargo.
Usually my wife's pretty good on the weather. She'll message me, "It's gonna rain today," and her phone never wrong. My phone always wrong.
I say you might have to download whatever app she has then.
Yeah, well, she has an iPhone. I got an Android, so
oh, okay.
Difference.
Don't worry, I'm in the Android club too, so I sympathize with you there.
Yeah, I don't get the iPhone stuff.
So for those that are wanting to follow your racing, do you have a racing page or anything that they can follow for your updates?
I do have a Facebook page. What is it? I'm horrible at it, but I do have one. I do update it here. Let me look here really quick. It is Tad Peterson 45. I think here. I'm horrible at this stuff. Like,
And see, oh yeah, I see it popped up here. Let's see, the last update was you had a July update.
Did I?
Yeah.
Oh, I tried to update it, but there's just some nights it's just I don't do it.
Well, you got to get like in the race. Like sometimes I always forget that like when I'm posting stuff, and I'm like, oh, I never posted where I went.
Right. My sister-in-law Molly was actually posting videos and going live on there because my mom and my brother that lives out in Washington couldn't make it to the races, so she was posting live. And then, something happened with her working at the racetrack that she couldn't, so we kind of quit doing that, and I just kind of quit posting things. But I'm gonna try and get better this year, so we'll at least post results.
Alrighty. Yeah, so yeah, you're more active than a lot of pages, so
so
there is that.
I might be a couple days late.
Better late than never. That's my motto.
Right? So
awesome. Well, I appreciate you taking some time out of your day and week to chat with us and get to know you a little bit. I'll be seeing you throughout the summer, hopefully quite a bit.
Nice. I can't wait, and thank you for having me. It was fun.
Absolutely. Well, race fans, thank you for checking out another interview. Stay tuned for the next one and get your cars ready. Don't be like Tad and wait till the last minute.
It happens.
Who knows what the weather will do, too. We may have extra time at the rate we go sometimes.
Right? We might have 4 days or 4 weeks extra.
Well, kind of hopefully not, kind of hope so, depending on what's on the list.
Maybe like every other week.
Yeah. We're starting to get that itch again, and so once April gets here, then it's going to be like, all right, we're ready to go.
Like my stepbrother Josh always said, after walleye fishing in Minnesota is done, it's race car season.
There you go.
So,
all right, Dad, we'll catch you soon. Thanks again.
Yeah, thanks, Mason.